Hello. So this is an update on this Intex 18 by 52 inch pool. Some things have changed since the last time I made a video on this pool. First off, I got this skim around pool skimmer, and it actually works really well. It floats out in the middle of the pool and connects over there to that vacuum port and has a hose, and it floats like 8 feet out into the water and helps get all the floating debris off the water. It does better than the Intex skimmer that hangs on the side. I still have the water fountain and I still have the salt system. This here is just a backwash hose. And I'll explain how I got that here in a minute. This is the Intex salt system, but it no longer works. I got almost 3 seasons out of it. I plugged it up probably in April, and it worked for like a month this season, and then it just quit working. Like, I started getting false readings of low salt. So, temporarily, until I decided to buy a new salt system, I switched back to chlorine tablets, which I have 2 in there, and I'm just trying this. I'm not sure if it's okay to do this. I've seen other people put chlorine tablets in their skimmer basket. Well, since this pool doesn't come with a skimmer, I don't really see anything wrong with putting them in here, so I'm going to see how that works. I only ran chlorine tablets in this pool 1 season, which was summer 2015, and then the next year, as you know, I got the salt system. And then this is a container of HTH chlorine granules, and I just put a little bit in there after it rains or anything like that. I came out this morning and the pool was a little bit hazy, so I put some chlorine granules in today, but you can see that the water is sparkling. One thing that I will say about the salt system is I'm not completely sold on it, because during the duration of the time that I had the salt system, I found out that I still had to add chemicals to the pool. I still had to buy chlorine, I still had to add chlorine, and it really didn't save me much money, because I just got a big bucket of chlorine from Walmart for $59. And that bucket of chlorine will likely last me for most of the season if I use them properly. The first season when I ran chlorine tablets in here, I learned from watching other people's videos and just information in general that summer I was using them wrong. Like, I was using too many. And then I was faithfully coming out and putting a shot bag in the water every week. And what was happening is our swimsuits were fading out and getting bleached somewhat from all the chlorine, and because I was using too much. So I feel like that if used correctly, that big bucket of chlorine I just bought me, it will last me probably all summer. Whereas every season I would have to buy about 200 pounds of salt and put salt in here every season. Then plus go still buy jugs of liquid chlorine, which run about $3.88 a gallon at Walmart. There is still some floating debris around the top, but this morning it was really, really bad, and my skim around has cleaned most of that. I'm still trying to figure out the vacuuming in here. The reason why I have this hose is because I retired my Intex automatic pool cleaner, which is sitting here. The first season that I had it, I was still using my pool pump and it seemed to work fine. But I noticed last summer with my new pool pump, which is bigger and is a lot more powerful, that it doesn't really pick up anything it just kind of pushes everything around in the bottom of the pool. So I'm looking into getting a new automatic vacuum cleaner because these little vacuums I have currently just don't really do the trick. I have somewhere that small Intex vacuum cleaner, this one, and it has a little bag that you empty out and it holds all the debris, but as you can see, the head is not that wide. It doesn't pick up much large debris, and there's like a little black gasket thing on the inside of there. I don't know if you can see it. I guess to help keep all the leaves and stuff that it picks up from going back into the water, but it doesn't pick up large debris. It's only for like small stuff. Then that's a pool brush. Come over here, I have this big vacuum head that I bought a couple of seasons ago, and I just hose clamped it on. And then what I did was I have a canister. I'm sorry, I was looking for it. This canister, and it does good at catching big leaves, and it holds the big leaves in there so that they don't come back in the pool. And my daughter is calling the dog. And so anyway, that's where we're at so far this season. And there's a couple of little LPS down there on the bottom of the pool, like right there. You can kind of see a couple of them, and the vacuum doesn't really pick those up because they're kind of heavy. So yeah, basically that's where we're at with this pool. This is going on the 4th season that I've had it, and it's still holding up. It's still doing good. And if you were wondering, there is a video that you can see the skimmer actually does work. So thanks for watching, and if you're new, please subscribe and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Have a good day.